analyze Shikhar Dhawan's batting for us. Take a look.
Well, when you talk about left-handers who like to jump down the crease, you can't get a better example than the man standing next to me. We saw another example of it today. The only difference between you and him is that dedicated moustache. I'm sure you couldn't have managed that one, could you?
No, I didn't have such a good one, and I think he was brilliant today. Shikhar Dhawan, he just hit the ball all along the park, and the batting display we've seen was unbelievable.
But before we go to the analysis, just tell us about the mindset of jumping down the crease. Is it all about throwing the bowlers off their length?
Yes, it is. It's about throwing the bowlers of the length, especially when you know a bowler is bowling back of a length. It is the easiest ball to hit for a left-hander because you hit on the bounce, and it's such a good surface here at Jaipur that Shikhar Dhawan made it sure that he doesn't let bowlers like Clint McKay or Faulkner or Shane Watson settle down, because they don't have that much of pace as Mitchell Johnson has. So as a batsman, when you're using your feet and trying to hit through the line, you actually always pick the guy who's slightly shorter and slightly slower and who bowls back of a length, because that allows the bounce and that allows the freedom of the arms to hit it over cover or over mid-off. They say that whenever a batsman steps out and tries to hit over the top, it's better to bowl full, because as a batsman, when you're stepping out, your eyes stay up. So the moment the length is full, a fraction of a second you take to bring it down, it changes the timing and the momentum of a batsman. But what Shikhar Dhawan did was fantastic today.
Fascinating stuff, that. But let's actually go and have a look at this mustachioed marauder and see what he actually did. That's the innings. Now we're going to just quickly play it on there. Right, there you have it. Okay, now just have a look. Every ball, Dada, you can talk over this.
See, the best thing about what he's done is he's kept his head still. He stepped out, made room, and hit the ball in the gaps. And if you look at the bowlers, in most of the cases, it's either been Watson or Faulkner or it has been Clint McKay. So he's used the bowlers with less space, and what you do by stepping out is you create room so that you free your arms, because at times when you're on the crease, you're cramped.
Now have a look at this. This is Dhawan's strike points this innings, and if you can have a look, I mean, just talk about this. Now this is the point we're talking about. Look at that difference from the crease now. Look at that white. That's
exactly, that's how he's come forward. He's come and he's hit the ball on the up. So the ball is a lot shorter than what normally is, and that's why he's been so successful.
But a quick one there, if I'm going to just close this one, and if I can close that and quickly illustrate this whole point here. I mean, this entire part over here where the boundaries are. Okay, let me just clear that and get that once again. I just want to get this point from you here. Now the fact is, if you're talking about the bowlers having been thrown off their length, look at the amount of boundaries he got at this point. All of them stepping out, and they were all boundaries.
When you step out to hit boundaries. You don't step out to hit and not hit and defend. And that's exactly what Shikhar Dhawan has done. And not only he's put the bowlers off the length, but he's also got them to think differently and actually made scoring shots out of deliveries which are good length.
Now I want a quick word on Rohit Sharma. Now today Dhawan and Rohit Sharma actually beat a record partnership of yourself and Sachin. Now in a sense, a similar comparison. Sachin wouldn't necessarily use his feet as much as Rohit Sharma didn't today.
Yes, they're different type of players, and it's their nature. If you look at Rohit Sharma off the field, he's a bit laid back. You know, he loves staying within himself. And Shikhar Dhawan, somebody typical from Delhi, he's got the big moustache, the big muscles, the tattoos, and he's that sort of a human being or a person. And you see the same thing when they come out to bat. It transforms into their performance. So they say in cricket that what you're off the field, you are on the field, and that's the reason when you see Rohit Sharma, he attacks hanging back, and Shikhar Dhawan takes it on.
Well, I know I could never persuade Dada to get himself a tattoo or a moustache, but I do have a theory about their footwork. His wife is a dancer, Shikhar Dhawan's wife is a kickboxer. I think they're learning something from the spouses.
So it's suggesting that Ganguly waltzed down the wicket, whereas Shikhar Dhawan just kickboxed down the wicket. Ramesh Raja.